Hello? Okay, there we go. So, my face camera froze, so I gotta reboot it. But happy Monday. I am here, as you can see. I'm working on this tired face. Picking up from the previous page where I didn't go out the full block of 10. And it is a line of 13. But this is, and since it's block color, I'm going to up my goal to 400 stitches because quite literally after the next line, the entire column is just black. There's no spaces. It's just back and forth black. So I have this next line with one itty bitty dot, and then I have rows and rows and rows of 3. So my stream goal is going to be upped to 400 because when I'm just going back and forth, it is not a whole lot of counting. As long as I set up the top accordingly, which I did. It's a row of 13. It's all set up. I can now work the column. But yeah, the next 2 pages, over half the page is just black. So, and this is where people falter with heaven and earth designs, is because sometimes there's an entire page of just one color. I have 939 further down in the pattern where there's just pages, just 939. So this is where the ASMR aspect comes in. But it makes for very nice dopamine progress because I can see the progress. It's not 50 billion little dots everywhere. I can see the block progress. So I had the weekend off. It was a really nice weekend. It was kind of rainy, and that pisses me off because it is gorgeous outside right now, and I have to go to work. But I got all of one half of the new video space. At least I'm missing a couple of hard to reach spaces, but I've gotten most of it all baffled. I have a couple of walls that I still need to put insulation back up on, but I got that all done on Saturday. And I also have started to trim my windows. I put in replacement windows a few years ago. My house is the epitome of ADHD. Is where everything is functional, but it's not finished. So I have rooms that have all their drywall up, have all their have it all taped, not mudded, but kind of taped, or it's mudded and not sanded. Like it's in various stages of I need to finish this. And the windows, I put the new windows in, but I never cased them in, and I never put the caulk on, and so I need to do that so that we stop getting major drafts in the house. And I need to, and I've started doing that. Like it's literally like one window at a time, though this weekend I got 2 cased. And it's just a matter of getting it done now. That's where we're at. It's just getting it done. Baby steps, though. Like I said, baby steps. And with finish work, it has to be baby steps because finish work is expensive. That's most of the reason why I have not been finishing it completely, is because what I want to do is I want to have very nice finish. Um, and it's expensive. So, and I'm not opposed to elbow grease, and that's what it's ending up being is doing the getting what I want, but then again having to do a little bit of zhuzhing, as it were. Is yes, I got this very nice, and I haven't gotten it yet, but the my computer room where I spend most of my time, and so does Husband Creature. Um, I have a beautiful dark green uh, top of the paint, and then the uh, the bottom is not finished because I wanted to have um, black black paneling with a nice high bar trim halfway through to like kind of make it Victorian esque, and I haven't gotten that far. But an option that I am doing in lieu of paneling, because paneling is expensive, because I'm not gonna get the cheapy stuff. Um, I'm going to use canvas black wallpaper, and just put a high trim to mark the separation. It's going to be a little bit more work, but I think it'll come out just as gorgeous. Hardest part about doing this much of one color is I forget, because I get in the mood. I get in the mode. I just keep going back and forth, and I forget to highlight. So sometimes I get lost. Um, I'm like, where should I be? How many more do I got? Because it's not. It's only about half the page. So it's. Let me. I just zoomed it in too. I started talking about this after I just zoomed in. So it's 10, 20, 30. It's a little over 40 lines. So each box, each 10 by 10 is 100 stitches. And I have 40 lines in the section that I'm working in right today. So that's why I think I can do 400 today. I could be wrong, but so this week is the last week to enter for the butterfly dragon. I'll be drawing on Friday because I'm streaming with Dast. Streaming with Dast at 6 on Friday. Um, Mm. 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 And after this first column, I'll actually be able to just cruise a little bit more. It's always the very first row and the first column that are the hardest, because once I have a reference point to stop, I can just kind of cruise along until I get to that point. But right now, seeing it's a new page, I don't have a real reference point. But in perspective of the wolf, this page is in between his ears. The next two pages are in between his ears, and then we get to start seeing the other ear in a bit. Honestly, I don't suspect this page will take too long because of just how much block color there is. But I've been wrong before. I might get to 6%. I'm already over. Let me find my scissors. I'm already over five. I don't know if I'm over 5.5, but I'm over 5. That would be pretty cool. Block color is really good for percentage gain because it's just back and forth. Hello, hello. It's not raining today, which makes me incredibly happy. And I'm playing fuck games with the squirrels outside. That's always fun. I bought a bigger shepherd's hook to put my bird feeders on, and a hummingbird feeder. But I replaced where the big bird feeder was with a wind chime. So I have already heard the squirrels getting up on the house, going to where the bird feeder was, and running smack into a wind chime, and it makes a very distinct noise, and it's hilarious. Oh, well, we we have had we just got sun for the first time in a long time, so I like my son. I got my luck. So Saturday I was in Discord, and this is where the story. So I was out shopping for building materials, and I got I got a good portion of stuff I needed, but it stopped raining, and I was gonna go to another store or two because it was raining, and there wasn't anything I really was aching to do in the house. But then it stopped raining, and I was like, oh no. So I busted ass home, and my grass was too tall for the lawnmower. But I whipped out the weed whacker, and I don't have a whole big yard that has grass on it, so it's not a huge deal that I utilize the weed whacker instead of the lawnmower. But I got home. The weed whacker battery was all nice and charged, and I weed whacked the yard. And just as I was getting done, because I'd gotten into the groove of doing yard work, so I'm like, I could do a couple more chores. Just as I was getting done weed whacking the yard, it starts to rain, and I'm like, seriously? So that's when I went inside, and I did work in the attic, and I did casing my windows. Yeah, so. But it's sunny today. I might be able to get a chore done. So here's hoping. I have the front windows open right now to air out the house a little bit, because every time I think I can air out the house, I'm wrong. 5, 3. And I think to keep track of my stitches after I'm done this first block is I'm gonna go down 10 lines and put a little dot so I can just know where 10 lines is. Actually, I can do that on my way back here. I've been working on getting some of my halfway done crochet projects done. I've been doing some finishing work on other ones, but I got a good chunk of that. I started a little meadow dragon, and then I just kind of stopped. I got like halfway through the body, and then I just kind of stopped. And yesterday, um, I got the body all done. I got the head all done. I got the ears, and I'm working on his little because it's a meadow dragon, so he's kind of an insect. He's an insectoid. Um, I'm working on his little ears, and I got it. And I'm gonna give it dragonfly wings. So okay, so I just finished that, and I know it's only 2 rows, but it gives me a little bit of a hey, stop. It'll be better when it's the tens, but mhm. Just to give you an idea on how fast color moves in block as opposed to confetti, is this is the second to last line, and once I hit a block of 10, I'll have already done 100 stitches in less than half an hour. I intentionally did not start cross stitching until I turned on the stream. Well, it was intentional because I'm trying to get my projects all done. Because I am kind of gearing up for my market in July. Um, I need to make me some baby dragons. Um, there are my scissors. And am I reading that correctly? Did you have a tornado yesterday? And yes, my brain is a little slow on the pickup today. My my processing power is I'm chittery, but my processing power is I has the dumb. Okay, so this is last line in this block. Oh, geez. Yeah, well, yeah. I know that after stream today, I will be playing with the dogs outside because it has just been pouring and they have been very upset that I have not been going outside and tossing things for them. And it is actually very nice outside. So I'm going to take the opportunity and do a little bit of yard work. But in addition, I'm going to take time to throw shit for the dogs. We just got 100 stitches done. A little over 100 stitches, actually. Okay, so at a zero count. So we got 129 stitches just done. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna go down 10, and we'll get another 100 and well, it'll be 130 because we won't have that one little open spot. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my last line. Now we go back up here and cruise. So I don't know the reach of it, but there's a place that Husband Creature and I call Discount Murder. But it's Harbor Freight tools, and I went there on Saturday. I picked up a new Dremel tool because my other one had locked up, and it has become a project for me to figure out how it ticks. I picked up some blades for my Sawzall to have Husband Creature essentially slice and dice carpet, so we can get it into contractor bags and then just like one by one toss it out with the trash. Because we have some old carpets that I thought I wanted carpet in the house back in the day, and then no. Area rugs are the way to go. I've actually been looking into Ruggable just because traditional area rugs with the dogs just are a big fat no. Are your littles feeling better? Are your hatchlings feeling better, Dragon? Because I know one got it and then the other got it, and I like this system I set up for myself. I'm cruising right through because I suddenly I give myself unintentional anxiety when I get on columns like this, because I'm like, well, how many have I done? And by making this little marker X, which in all of my years of doing this, I should know how to do this by now, or at least remember to do it. Um, but yeah, now I can just cruise right along, and when I hit that X, I know it's the last one. And I'm on the last string for my pre-pulled 310. So I'm gonna start pulling longer, a bit of a longer bit, because all I have is this color. All I have. I get it. I get it. I'll post pictures of Meta, the new baby Meadow Dragon progress. I have to, cause of this. I tried new skeleton wire, and for the body I like it. I don't think it's gonna. It's probably only going to be for the body and the legs on the big Meadow Dragons, but I do like it. It's. But I have to clip it because the it's too long, so I got to clip it back a little bit. But right now it's sticking out through the nose, and it looks funny. Oh yeah. See, and that's the thing I forget. I forget that school has left session. And it's nice. It's nice enough outside. I might put on my shorts to go out and. And right now I'm in comfy pants. Right now I'm in my white Snoopy pants. Which are not yard work pants. But when I go out after stream, I'm going to do a smidge of yard work, which means I'm going to have to change my pants. Hmm? Oops. Mm-hmm. At least when I had Stimmy and Hobby, when I had block color like this, you could actually see what I was doing. This is just simply miles of well, I can legitimately say there's at least a mile of string in these projects, because each skein is 6 yards. And on 18 count, a skein does approximately 2,000 stitches. Actually, now I'm going to math it out because while I'm not great at math, I do know how to use a calculator. I will tell you roughly how many miles of string are going to be in this cross stitch. Because I have ADHD and it grasped my brain. $17.60. So let's see. Now I got to figure out how many skeins are in. So this is gonna be some fun math. So I just said 2,000 stitches per 6 yards. So 206. Oh, 286. 206 was Buffalo Woman. 286. 200. So that's how many stitches. We're going to divide that by 2,000. So that's 1,400. So that's 1,400 skeins. And we're going to multiply that by 6. Okay. That's 8,586. So we're going to equal that. And then we're going to divide it by 1,760 because that's how many yards are in a mile. So there's roughly 5 miles of thread in this cross stitch. And that is just the facing. That doesn't include the reaches or anything else. There's 5 miles of thread. And that has been your moment of the fuck. There's 1,760 yards in a mile. So it's, let's see, 3 miles is 5K. So, 3.25 is 5K. Jesus Christ. Yeah. It when you stop and think about it, it's just I, I've been so for the Meadow Dragons, I bought claws, and I hadn't been really working on my Meadow Dragon, so I put these claws in a safe place. So now that I am working on a Meadow Dragon, do you think I can find those motherfucking claws? Ah. I saw your haul. I have been I've been very good, and I have not that I haven't wanted to, but I have not gone back to Joanne's, and I need to hold firm in that because I have plenty of yarn. I truly do. Like, I have no need for more yarn. I need to I need to get to creating some baby dragons. I need to work on my special editions. Mostly, and I also need to focus my spare funds into creating the space where I can have all the yarn that I want, um, aka my crafting area. Um, I need to get my dye stuff all in a row. Wander down to the restore. I think my next my next big weird random purchase is going to be, well, I'm going to need a husband creature to help me. Because I need to I need to get a ladder, folks. I need to get up into the above my current living area of my attic, and I need to go over to the vent and measure the vent so that I can get a solar powered vent fan. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift my ceiling up to just below where the gable vents are. And I'm going to have a solar powered fan to vent out that area to essentially take all the heat and blow it out of the house. So it draws more air up through the house when it's hot. So it's because this is a really cool thing. If this is how old houses stayed cooler, is the vents, when you blow air, when the hot air goes out, it automatically draws cold air up. So as you're blowing the hot air out of the building, it sucks in the cold air. And that's why, like with older houses, they encourage you to leave space in the walls so it can suck the cold air up and cool your house on its own. And that's and another fun thing I get to do when I move out, because right now, my area I'm working on in my attic, my stream area, is fairly level. But I'm gonna need to do a little bit more leveling in the main what I'm gonna call the craft zone, because that's where I'm gonna have the sink for all the dye works. That's where all the dye is gonna hang out, is over by the sink area that my attic was going to be an apartment, but it never got that far before they sold the house. So I have like a half-finished studio apartment in my house. And I'm going to turn the side that was going to be the kitchen dining area into a art studio, because the kitchen counters downstairs are wild. And it will let me do art in the winter. It will let me do the paint. It will let me do the colorful art in the winter. Did I disconnect again? Really? It did. Ah. see if I can make it back. Mhm. So close. So close. I can do it. Mhm. I'm almost done. Another 130 stitches. And that was with me figuring out how many miles of thread are in this project. I did not do an episode of I have more than $2.05 yesterday. I got distracted and I totally potatoed. So no regrets. I just anybody who's keeping track on my little ponies, I was not available yesterday. There will be one up today after stream. I'll get one out because they're fun, they're easy, their production value is low, and I actually have I have a couple episodes like prepped. Like all I have to do is put the pony where it belongs and talk. But the one that I'm planning actually has some editing that I need to do, so that's gonna be fun. It's the showing off of the rainbow ponies. Um, the generation 1 year 2 rainbow ponies, the first batch. I'll be showing those off, and I'll be showing the 2 that I don't have. I think I've shown off almost all of just the G1 ponies in general. But yeah, yesterday, husband Creature and I had a fantastic brunch at Timber, the restaurant that we planned on going to. It was very good, very good. And I mean, a bit high. Well, this day and age, actually, it was right on par with the other places when we go out to if we go out to eat, right on point. But it was very good. They spaced out the courses so that though the portions weren't like monstrous, which I don't need monstrous portions, that you left and you were satisfied. They paced it so you could enjoy your food. And then we played a little bit of Terraria, and then just potatoing. I took advantage of. I took a break for me. Do 9 more stitches and we'll have another block done. I like having a stop point. That's my forest stop sign. That's what I call it. I'm like the movie Forrest Gump. Forest stop. It feels dark in my room, but it's not. I even have both the light bulbs above working. And I gotta say, like I'm doing an experiment with the light fixture I have coming in. If I like it, I think I'm gonna invest in a couple more for all the other rooms that have essentially they're we call them tit lights in the room, because air circulation is key. Okay, time to highlight the block. Okay, we have one more full block. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hi, Daz. I don't have water, so I'm just going to use Mountain Dew because everybody needs caffeine. Oh, my bare minimum goal is to reach this little output before the end of stream, which I can do. I just I'd really like to get this column done today, but I got chatty. uh, Another thing with putting the wind chimes outside, I have to get used to the wind chimes actually chiming. So I hear them and I'm like, the fuck is that? And then I hear that it's the wind chimes, and then I'm like, oh. Some days I'm more reactive than my dogs. Snap, crack, pop, go my arm joint. Oops. Only problem with having longer bits of floss is they get tangled easier. 4 more lines. I hear the boy going downstairs to make a mess. Or coming back from downstairs that he made a mess. But I'm holding out. They were let out twice before I started stream today. I even played with them a little bit before I started stream today. Oh. Ta-da! Another block all done. Yep, 390. I will hit my 400 count today. It's funny, because now I'm hitting the area where it has a little bit of space. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. So 3, 4, 6. Actually, really good use of the tail end of my string. It's marking where my solid lines at. Whew. Oh, gotta tackle this last 10 to get the 400. I can do this. Because even one line is 13 stitches, so But I think if if uh if I get to that point, once I'm done the column, if it's before noon, that's when I'm gonna call it. Um, I don't think I'm gonna, but I could be wrong.
I was lost and feeling broken, walking blind through empty days, till those eyes looked right through me and showed me better ways. Something changed the moment when you found me standing there, like you knew exactly all the pain I couldn't share. You saw something in me that I couldn't see. You stay right beside me, set my spirit free. Whoa, when you found me. Whoa, when you found me.
Ow.
Every morning brings new purpose. Your protection keeps me strong. In the darkest hours, you're watching where I know that I belong. Something changed forever when you chose to take my hand, like you knew the answer to the life I'd never planned. You saw something in me that I couldn't see. You stayed right beside me, set my spirit free. Whoa, when you found me. Whoa, when you found me. Running through the rain together, never questioning my worth. Teaching me what matters, showing me what
Mhm.
I deserve. Now I'm stronger than I've ever been, 'cause you believed in me. And I'll never walk alone again. That's how it's meant to be. You saw something in
Mhm.
me that I couldn't see. You stayed right beside me, set my spirit free. Whoa, when you found me. Whoa, when you found me. When you found me. When you found me.
Why's my brain like this? Why can't I see? Focus lost in the fog, it's all a mystery. They say I'm what's in me, trapped in doubt.
Why's my brain feel like a battlefield? Attention's lost, my mind can't stay still. Struggling with focus, every thought just slips.
I'm sorry. Squirrel just tackled the wind chimes thinking it was a bird feeder. That was funny.
Brain this way can't understand. Attention goes, dissipates like sand. All my thoughts, they just slip away. Focus lost in the daily fray. Stuck in hyperdrive, my thoughts collide. In the mirror, questioning what's inside. Why's my brain feel like a battlefield? Attention's lost, my mind can't stay still. Struggling with focus, every thought just slips. Can't read the cues, it's like I'm adrift. Why am I this way? Why am I this way? Why's my brain feel like a battlefield? Attention's lost, my mind can't stay still. Struggling with focus, every thought just slips. Can't read the cues, it's like I'm adrift. Like a battle drift. Why's my brain feel like a battlefield?
I'm gonna get this line that I'm working on in the next one. I'm calling it then I'm calling it a stream. 'Cause just 'cause. No reason. Seems like a good stopping point. Good natural stopping point. Oops. Well, that's frustrating.
Raindrops on my window pane blur the world outside the same. Lost in shadows, feeling the weight of a darkness I can't escape. Every breath a heavy sigh, mirroring the teardrops in my eyes, drowning in the deepest nights. No hope in sight, but then a tiny hand slips in mine, a warmth that cuts through the cold design. A voice so soft whispers my
The best thing about a new page is I can very easily see where I am.
shadows, igniting a flame. You're the sunshine breaking through the rain, melting the sorrow,
It just looks so empty.
away the pain. My little angel sent from up above. You are my reason, my anchor, my love. Staring at the ceiling, cold and bare.
Oh,
Empty walls,
well, my friend, I'm gonna get you some stats here real fast.
questions swirling, a hopeless fight. Will I ever see the morning light? But then a tiny hand slips in mine, a warmth that cuts through the cold design. A voice so soft whispers my name, lifting the shadows, igniting a flame. You're the sunshine.
We started off today at let me look at my numbers. We started off at 5.43% today. We are ending on 5.59. We might actually hit 6%. Got 467 stitches done, which is pretty awesome. But with all this block color, we'll probably be seeing 400 or 500 stitch count for the next couple days at least. Thank you for the gift of your time. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. and a safe day, because weather's been wild and wonky. Drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, and be kind to others without harming yourself. I will be back tomorrow, 10 to 12, working on some more 310. That's the color we're going to be working on for at least the next couple sessions. It's half this page, so we got this. I will see everybody else on